Hey guys, Ray from Love You RV and Boat, back with an update on this inverter. I guess it's pronounced ALLFAA, pure sine wave 1500 watt inverter. I reviewed it December 2022, and overall for the price it goes for about $189 for pure sine wave inverters. Not too bad. There was a few drawbacks to it. And I did find that it had trouble with some lithium batteries, specifically some of the ones that I reviewed from Ampere Time, Bouge RV, and Reliabat. Any of the self-heating batteries had trouble starting this inverter. I almost think it's a combination of the inverter and the battery, because I've hooked this to a lot of other batteries like this SOK and different brands, Lion Energy, and it worked with all of them. But now I'm finding a very curious problem with its output. When I went to use my heat gun, I'm in the middle of kind of removing some old decals on my rig. You can see some of them are cracking. So I utilized a heat gun, and I had this inverter in my toolbox power station that I built. And I found when I went to turn on this Wagner heat gun, it would run a few seconds and then just die. And it's a 1500 watt heat gun, but I was only trying to run it on low power, which would probably be like half that wattage. So I took out a hairdryer just to test. I'll show you this. We'll just turn that on. So you can see that is on kind of a low power mode, 109 volts. 6.8 amps. Now I'll turn it on full, and we got 109 volts, 12.4 amps. So yeah, it's able to run, turn that off, it's able to run that hairdryer no problem. And this hairdryer is rated at 1850 watts, so you know, the full output of a 15 amp plug. Of course, it's not putting out as much amperage because the voltage output of this is a little weak compared to some inverters that'll put out the full 120 volt. But let me just show you what happens when I plug in this Wagner heat gun. Okay, here we go. I'll just turn it on here. You can see it tried and then it just died. Sits there for a second or two and we get a warning light. Gone into shutdown. Turn it on and off again. Comes back on. Try it again. Tries, dies. Weird, eh? So I kind of went online and I found a lot of these heat guns, the way they do their kind of lower heat settings is they might only pass through half the sine wave with a diode or whatever. Not sure what this one does, but maybe that aspect of it trips up the circuitry in this thing and it goes into shutdown. Now I've tried this heat gun with, I have a 2000 watt generator. It puts out 1600 watts continuous, not a problem. I've tried it with my Xantrex inverter that I have and my Canadian Tire Motormaster inverter. I'll just show you that because I've actually decided to use it in my truck box instead. So let me get up there and show you. There we go. So that's the 3000 watt inverter I bought at Canadian Tire. And was using in my RV up until the point that I got the Xantrex to test out this snow boondocking season. So I had this kind of as a spare. I wasn't going to put it in here because you know, it's so large, but when I found out that thing wouldn't run my heat gun, I decided let's install this in here. So I had to do a big reorganization of everything to make everything fit. But anyway, I've plugged it in and we'll just see if that'll work with this. There we go. So that's medium heat. And it's showing the wattage fine. Wattage kind of bounces around a little, and then the fan kind of comes on and off. but it's doing the job. Let's turn that up. It has different levels. There's the highest setting for the low heat, and then let's back off and I can go to higher heat here. So that's flat out the most heat it'll put out, and it's drawing around 1390 watts, 80 watts or so. So yeah, that's able to run it no problem. Anyway, when I discovered that, I thought I better make an update video, and I'll put an update on the video I did on it and the blog post. Overall, it's ran a lot of stuff though. This little 1500 watt ran my microwave in the RV no problem. And I've also used it for running battery chargers extended periods of time at around 1200 watts for like, you know, about 5 hours, where I was taking power out of the battery in that toolbox and putting it into my RV. I was using this to run the charger in the RV, so it was able to do that. But I guess there is some things that just trip it up. And it seems to be stuff that's got to do with pulsing or something like that. Anyway, until next time, Ray from Love Your RV and Boat. Thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.